Right, what's up YouTube? Hope you guys are doing great. All right, so in this video we'll be showcasing some of the best animation type of players and best animation in terms of the NBA 2K24. So in the previous years, NBA 2K as a whole, as a franchise, hasn't been that quite up to the standards of such games such as the NFL or the EA Sports in terms of like football and soccer. If you're British, yeah. So in that case, so NBA 2K24 actually is one of the games that I do believe that it's gonna be awesome because it's one of these games that you will get physical. There's some sort of a physical aspect between players. It's not necessary that you get close to a player. That means that you follow him. So the guarding scenario of defense would be actually really interesting. At the shooting point, of course, we got Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry is my boy. That is the main reason of this video, actually, because we just hit 30 subscribers, and Stephen Curry, my boy, is number 30. So that's resembles. That is the resemblance of this video with me hitting 30 subscribers. Right. So the basically is I'll be showcasing some of the animation of NBA 2K. I will be showcasing a lot of Stephen Curry movement, dribbles, shooting, and how I get guarded playing Stephen Curry, and how Stephen Curry is just a simple hack. He is a real life hack, and he is a player hack in NBA 2K24. So we will be starting off by playing Golden State Warriors against Lakers. So here's where you see players who is wearing the suits coming into the game, and all that beautiful footage of players greeting each other. I didn't want to skip all of these just to give you the ambience of the actual gameplay and how NBA 2K have really uplifted and really updated and developed into putting on the realism and the aspects of actual witnessing your as if you're actually playing and viewing an actual scenario of a final championship between two professional NBA teams. So what is so astonishing about the NBA? Why is the NBA as a sport is one of the best sports um, when it comes to sports in general? NBA is definitely up there. So NBA basically is a franchise that has a lot of mixes. So it's a kind of sport that actually makes, of course, it is a sport, so it has a tournament, and the word of the playoffs and the playoffs, and then there's a lot of standings, and after the standings, all the matchups, and of course the 50 states. Each state has a certain team, and the states compete, so that's where the competition comes in. Where so if you're from Arizona, you got the team that is playing, and you're from San Francisco, you have another NBA team, and they're playing against the other. So it's also a competition between states, and at the same time, it's a competition between players. So what's so beautiful about this game, it's a mix. So the marketing franchise about this game is that you add in songs. So there's a lot of songs and a lot of song producers and artists who actually resembles to a lot of players. So they actually make music out of players, uh, based on their lifestyle and based on their like professionalism and stats and stuff like that. So there's a lot of uh, beautiful aspects that you can mix, and you can add music to that you can start in NBA players. So that's the first. So the second would be fashion. Like let's take for example the Nikes, Michael Jordan Nikes. One of the most I'm not gonna say overrated. I do love them honestly, but like the market price on these we can go way up. So if you buy like a Jordan shoes, Nikes now for $100, and you wait, let's say for example 5 to 6 years, you can go up to 5K, based on who signed it, who designed it, based on which clothing line you got. So say they got the Jordans of LeBron or Jordans of Michael Jordan and stuff like that. So Stephen Curry here is he has a brand, so it's called Curry brand with I do believe Under Armour. Right. So the story of Stephen Curry, I'm gonna give you a brief story about him and just to introduce the player and just tell you how this guy is so amazing and is so chill in a whole lot of different levels. So this player actually was not drafted. The NBA draft, they believe that they said that he is skinny, short, not well coordinated. His physical body is not well coordinated with each other. He's most likely not to gain muscle. He's not a muscle absorbent kind of athlete, and he will be absorbing a lot of injuries, and especially with the ankles and with the joints. The thing is that the NBA draft that did comment on Stephen Curry that said all of these things, they weren't lying. The guy actually physically he is not well competent when you compare him to like LeBron James, Kobe, may his soul rest in peace, Shaq, these kind of players, Michael Jordan. Of course, he is not that like Brown, maybe like Jalen Brown is much more. His physical attributes are much greater than Stephen Curry. But the fact is that Stephen Curry is a type of player that has the heart and soul of the game. He's the kind of player that actually like works with IQ. He does a lot of constant movements. He knows his weaknesses and he plays on them to in order to enhance his physical attributes or his mindset in terms of the way he plays and in terms of how he moves out in and out. How is he's like is whiskering all the floor from back and forth at different positions, he's positioning himself, finding space, creating aspects, dragging the guard away from other teammates so the teammates will be open for him to do like a perfect pass maybe to Clay Thompson or to Green. In that case, he is a kind of player that is like he is definitely a silent player. He's not a player that does a lot in terms of like dunking or like going in the middle and just smashing. He is a kind of player that actually does a lot of points because he's a great shooter. He's the greatest shooter of all time. He has done a lot of 3 pointers. He worked on that. The way he moves, if you can see, he's moving a lot of with his hips. So he's finding the power, the center of gravity from his hips, and this is where he actually put the most stress on. He's not stressing on the hamstring, and nor he's stressing on the main bone marrow muscle or his calves or his ankles. His hips. If you would do a bit of a study and trying to monitor his movement, you would find out that he actually does a lot of hips workouts, just because that core body is the one that prevent him from injuries, and that's the main part that he relies on in terms of power and to get the ball to move in distance and with accuracy is totally the hips. So this is the first thing. The second thing is that Stephen Curry is the type of player who does not give up. He does not know how to give up. He will be like going back and forth and back, moving all the way sideways, front ways. He knows how to score from every single inch of the NBA stadium and the NBA floor. He knows where to score, and he knows and he predicts the mechanism of other players. He studies other players. I don't know how he does it, but he just does it so perfectly. So the third thing is I would say the dribbling aspects. The dribbling aspects of that guy is absolutely out of this world. He does not take a look when he's dribbling. He does not he knows where the ball is when he doing a crossover, man. It's like it's sticking in his hand like magnet. I don't know how he does it though, but we all know that Stephen Curry is the type of player that has a lot of skills when it comes to dribbling. He can dribble, he can whisker, he can move the ball where he wants it, and he knows where he wants it. So he's so quick in terms of the mentality. So Stephen Curry is in his peak of his career. He is more than I do believe 38, 35, 35, more than 35. I do believe. I will check that for sure. So he's not slow, but at the same time he's not young anymore. So you would find him moving much more slowly, carefully as well, because he's not prone. He's injury prone. He will not recover faster than he did before, so he needs to make sure that he's not dribbling a lot. He's moving smartly. He wants to have a long career and all these kind of beautiful things. Yeah, so he is a type of player that was actually rejected by a lot of NBA teams, and he was lucky to be picked up and drafted a year or 2 years after his normal draft. I guess he was delayed for 2 years just to try to find a team that would actually take the risk and would give him the chance to play. So, but he is definitely a phenomenal. So I would say like the fourth or the fifth thing is that he is such an entertainer. So this sport actually needs a lot of entertainers. Entertainers, I mean like a player who have charisma, a player who knows how to work a crowd, and a player that knows what are the kind of things that the crowd wants to see. He is definitely up there when it comes to entertainment, man. I just love seeing the guy more than I love seeing the actual team wins or not. I love seeing the guy how he plays, how he interacts with the players, and how he does score, and how he does move with the ball. This is like the thing that I do love the most seeing. So yeah, so news, just a flash news. Golden State Warriors just lost against the Bucks. Stephen Curry was on the bench. He was not playing. He was not even on the bench. Actually, he was just spectating the game, and he was not playing. He was resting, and this is so frustrating to me. So I came to realize that I don't like Golden State Warriors team as much as I like seeing this guy play at Golden State Warriors. Yeah, and as you can see the gameplay. So the thing is with the NBA 2K gameplay, you would see there's a little bit of stiffness, but it's not really recognizable anymore. I do feel that it has jumped to a degree where you can actually like enjoy playing the game. It's not like robotic style. It's more of like much more fluid, much more fluent, and much more flexible when it comes to like maneuvering and stuff and doing dribbling and from dribbling to shooting and the exchange and the transfer of the actual ball between the players and how it bounces and how it reads the floor, how the ball reads the floor, and how the sound and the appearance and the player's movement and the player's placement all coordinates really well. I do believe that they have done a lot of animation dotted suits, wet suits that they wore in order to make sure that they capture each and every movement of players. So, and the beautiful thing about this game is that each and every player on this game has totally different signature moves, and he's totally different in a huge way. And I will be actually doing I will definitely be doing a video on that. So I would give you like two, like let's say for example, if I do like a comparison, I would compare like Stephen Curry with Irving, Kyrie Irving, and I will definitely do like a comparison to see how much different it can be between two players, and how I'm so astonished and I'm so surprised by the fact that they did so, because it's really amazing to see how the amount of work that they had to do in order to accomplish something like that. So it's a because of course soccer is a much more well-known game, and it has a lot of great things when it comes to like witnessing the game and stuff like that, and has a lot of more population and more fans. You would definitely not see each and every player, like of course the most well known or the most trophy the most players who won trophies, they would definitely put a lot of details of their movement and stuff like that. But in this game, a rookie or a professional player or a player that has like 4 to 5 championships, they would definitely being recognized, and you would definitely know that you're playing with Jordan Poole, or you're playing with Kyrie Irving, or you're playing with Luka, or you're playing with LeBron James. The movement itself and the way that it feels in the controller, especially the vibration, man, the timing of the ball when it bounces up and up, off and up, and how the joystick actually recognizes the physical movement and the physics around the game. It's actually phenomenal. Right, so guys, so I do hope you guys did enjoy this video. So, and if you did, give this video a thumbs up. And I hope that we get 10 likes on this video. That will be awesome. You guys rock. Thank you. And subscribe if you want to see more. And as always, guys, thank you. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.